I don't want to talk about it, Daniel. Not now.
I know you're hurting. I'm hurting too. But what if? What if we adopt? Just until God blesses us with our own child. We could give a child a home, Amara, and maybe it'll help us heal, help us move forward.
Move forward. With someone else's child. Daniel, you don't understand. I don't want to adopt. I want my own child, our child. How do you expect me to just pretend that's okay?
It's not about pretending, Amara. It's about trying something new.
Hey besties. Before we jump into today's video, I noticed that a lot of you who enjoy my content aren't actually subscribed yet. If you find value in what I share, please take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out and ensures you won't miss any of my future videos. Thank you so much for your support. And for all who have subscribed, thank you. God bless you. Just when I thought my life was starting to make sense, everything has crumbled.
But when you've been desperate for as long as we were, you will do anything to hold a child in your arms.
Grace.
Need to be honest with me. Where did the child come from?
What kind of question is that? He's our son.
Why? Why are you showing us this?
We've been tracking something for months now. You might not know the full truth.
We don't have anything to hide.
So, Daniel, when are we going to hear some good news? You know, about grandchildren.
But I feel like maybe it's time.
What is it?
You know, I've had 3 kids already. And I'm expecting my 4th now. But it wasn't exactly natural.
What do you mean?
The money.
It's not IVF, Daniel. It's something more assured. Grace told me about it. She said it works, and she even gave me the doctor's contact.
We can begin immediately, Madam Amara. The next step is just a matter of securing the payment, and we'll begin the treatment.
Amara, the bank just called. They say $2,000 is missing from our account. What did you do?
It's not what you think, babe.
So, Mr. and Mrs. Daniels, this is your full account of what happened? You had no idea the doctor you trusted was running an illegal operation, selling babies to couples under the guise of fertility treatments.
This embarrassment cannot continue. You'll hear the full plan at the family meeting tomorrow. I suggest you come prepared.
What are you talking about?
This is bigger than you now. Don't disappoint the family.
Daniel, what is he talking about? What family meeting?
Dr. Sidney Carter, also known as Dr. Sid. It's all here, years of deception, falsified medical records, and illegal dealings. You've been playing God, but guess what? Your time's up.
Detective, I'm just a humble doctor trying to help women in need. Is that a crime now?
Cut the act. We've got witness testimonies, surveillance footage, and medical records showing you've been running a sham clinic. Promising women miracles, charging them fortunes, and then selling them babies you've procured illegally. You're no doctor, you're a trafficker.
I only provide a service. These women came to me desperate, willing to do anything for a child. I gave them hope.
Hope? Is that what you call coercing vulnerable women to give birth and then selling their babies like commodities? How many lives have you destroyed, Sid?
They signed contracts. They knew what they were getting into.
Don't play coy with me. You preyed on women who couldn't afford to fight back. You used their desperation against them. Do you think these contracts will hold up when we have women coming forward, telling us how you tricked them into surrogacy under false pretenses?
Without me, they wouldn't have their precious babies. I'm not the villain here. The world isn't kind to women who can't conceive. I offered them a solution.
And what about the women you exploited to produce those babies? The ones you threatened, coerced, and left broken. We found one of your so-called surrogates. She's been hiding for years, afraid you'd come after her if she spoke up.
She's lying. They always lie.
We've got DNA tests, Sid. They link you to multiple births. You've been running a baby factory. It's over. The sooner you cooperate, the better for you. Here's the deal. You talk, you give us names, clients, accomplices, everyone involved, and maybe, just maybe, the judge will go easy on you. Otherwise, you're looking at decades behind bars.
Fine. I'll talk. But I want a deal.
You're in no position to negotiate. Start talking, or we'll make sure you never see daylight again.
All right. I'll tell you what you want to know. But I'm not the only one. There are others, bigger than me, running the show.
Good. Start from the beginning. Leave nothing out.
Dr. Sid, I've given you more time than anyone else would. 6 months of unpaid rent. You've got to be kidding me. I can't keep doing this.
Please, Mr. Okafor, I just need a little more time. Things have been tough. I've been trying to get another job. I've sent out so many applications, but nothing's coming through. You know I'm a doctor. I can't just walk into another hospital without experience.
I've heard all the excuses, Sid. Every week it's the same thing. I'm waiting for this job. I've got bills to pay. Look around you. This place is falling apart, and you're living here like nothing's wrong. No more excuses. You either pay me by the end of the month or you're gone. And if you don't, I'll see you in court. You can't hide from this anymore.
Please. Just a little more time. I can get the money. I promise.
No, Sid. I'm done. I gave you my word. You know what that means. Time's up.
I became a doctor to save lives. To heal the broken. But here I am. A doctor drowning in bills, begging for time. The world doesn't care about your intentions. It doesn't care about your dreams. They only care about what you can give. And I have nothing left to give. After that day, I reconnected with an old friend.
Sid. Is that you? Long time, man. I almost didn't recognize you sitting there looking like the weight of the world on your shoulders.
Jeremy? Wow. It's been years. What are you doing here?
Same as you, probably, drowning my sorrows. But hey, it's good to see you. What's been going on? You don't look like the bright-eyed genius I remember from med school.
Life happened, Jeremy. The bills, the pressure. I'm on the brink of losing everything. I can't even keep up with rent. It's like everything I work for is slipping through my fingers.
Yeah, I get it. Being a doctor isn't what they made it out to be, huh? The system chews you up and spits you out.
Exactly. I thought I'd be saving lives, making a difference. Not struggling to survive.
Listen, Sid. What if I told you there's a way out? A way to use everything you've learned, your skills, your knowledge, and make real money. I'm talking life-changing money.
What are you talking about?
Look, I'm in the business. A very lucrative one. You remember how good you were with patients, right? How people trusted you? Well, there's a market for that kind of trust. Especially with women desperate for children.
What do you mean?
There are women out there who can't conceive, women willing to pay anything to hold a baby in their arms. We help them. You handle the medical side. I handle the logistics. Together, we create miracles. For a price.
You're talking about selling babies? Jeremy, that's illegal.
Illegal? Sure. But think about it. Aren't we helping them? These women get the family they've always dreamed of. And you? You get out of this hole you're in. No more eviction notices. No more sleepless nights worrying about money.
I can't do something like that. It's wrong.
Wrong? Is it wrong to save yourself, Sid? To make sure you don't end up on the streets? Look around you. The world isn't black and white, it's survival of the fittest. You think the system cares about you? No, it doesn't. You have to care about yourself.
But
listen, I'm not asking you to decide now. Just think about it. If you're tired of being stepped on, if you're ready to take control of your life, you know where to find me.
So that's how it started. You let Jeremy convince you. You made a deal with the devil. But I need to know everything. How did it work? How did you turn that one conversation into this monstrosity?
it wasn't overnight. At first, I tried to convince myself it was temporary. That it was just one way to get out of debt. But once I said yes, there was no turning back. Jeremy introduced me to his network. He already had connections, agents, he called them, people who knew how to find the women. Women who were desperate, who would do anything for a child. They'd send them to me, and I'd do the rest.
The rest? You mean convincing them you could perform a miracle?
Yes. It wasn't hard. These women, they were already broken. They'd tried everything, fertility treatments, adoption, surrogacy. Nothing worked. They came to me as their last hope.
And you exploited that hope?
I did what I thought I had to. I told myself I was helping them. Jeremy handled the logistics, finding the women and the buyers. My job was to make it look legitimate. I'd run tests, prescribe treatments, give them false hope.
And when it was time,
I'd bring in one of the girls.
the girls you impregnated? The ones you used like livestock to produce children for sale?
They weren't. It wasn't like that. I paid them. They knew what they were doing.
Don't sugarcoat it, Sid. You turned those women into commodities. You took advantage of their circumstances, just like you did with the mothers who bought the babies. Don't sit here and act like you're some kind of savior.
I didn't have a choice. I was drowning. Jeremy promised me I could get out of debt, that I could rebuild my life. And once I started, there was no way out. He made sure of that.
Of course. You're the victim here.
You don't understand. It wasn't just about me. Once I got in, Jeremy had me hooked. He controlled everything, where the money went, who the clients were. He made me complicit in ways I couldn't escape.
So you're saying Jeremy was the mastermind?
Yes. He set it all up. The agents, the payments, the girls. He even threatened me when I wanted out. Said he'd ruin me, expose everything, if I didn't keep going.
Convenient. Blame the dead guy.
Dead? What do you mean?
Jeremy's body was found 2 nights ago in an abandoned warehouse. Bullet to the head. So if you're planning to pin this all on him, you're out of luck.
Then it's over. Everything. It's all over.
Not yet, Sid. You still have to answer for what you've done. And trust me, we're just getting started.
Linda, this situation is serious. You've been through a lot, and I understand you thought you were making the right decision at the time. But now, we need to focus on your child's future.
I didn't know this would happen. I was just desperate. I didn't have anyone to help me.
We understand how hard this must be for you. You're not the first young mother to feel overwhelmed, but the choices we make always have consequences.
You have 2 options, Linda. Either you take responsibility for your baby and raise them, or you let us find a family through adoption who can provide the care and stability your child deserves.
Can't. I can't take care of a baby. I can barely afford food for myself. I'm not ready to be a mother.
A mother who is brave enough to make the hard decisions. But you need to decide soon. There are people who will help you if you want to keep the baby, but you have to commit to that responsibility.
Linda, think about the life you want for your child. It's not about what people will think of you, it's about giving them a future. We'll give you time to think it over, but this can't wait too long.
We'll step out for a moment. Take some time to think, and when you're ready, let us know your decision.
What is it, Daniel?
Amara, we need to talk about this. I know this whole thing with the doctor. It's been devastating. But the case is still ongoing, and we can't keep waiting for answers that might never come.
I don't want to talk about it, Daniel. Not now.
I know you're hurting. I'm hurting too. But what if? What if we adopt? Just until God blesses us with our own child. We could give a child a home, Amara, and maybe it'll help us heal, help us move forward.
Move forward. With someone else's child. Daniel, you don't understand. I don't want to adopt. I want my own child, our child. How do you expect me to just pretend that's okay?
It's not about pretending, Amara. It's about trying something new. You're right. This isn't what we planned. But what if it's what we need? A fresh start, away from all this pain, away from here.
You think I haven't thought about it?
Amara, listen.
But it's not the same, Daniel. It's not the same.
Okay. Let's not rush this. We'll talk again when you're ready. But please, think about it.
When is the meeting with your family?
Next week. I have to go to work now. Take care of yourself.
We need to address this situation as a family. This embarrassment has brought shame upon all of us. The neighbors are talking, the community is buzzing. Something must be done.
I told Daniel not to marry her. That woman has always been trouble. Now look. First, no children, and now this? Stealing someone else's baby? This is the last straw.
She's a disgrace. How could she deceive us like this? We all trusted her. Poor Daniel. What has she dragged him into?
But do we even know if Amara knew about the baby's origins? What if she's innocent?
Innocent? Are you defending her? She was desperate for a child, and desperate people do reckless things. She probably pushed Daniel into this whole mess.
Enough. This isn't about pointing fingers right now. The fact remains that the family name is tarnished. We need to decide how to move forward.
I've already decided. Daniel must send her away. She's not fit to be his wife anymore. I've even spoken to someone, a good woman from the next town. She is ready to marry him and give him the children he deserves.
Mother, that's extreme. They've been through so much already.
Extreme. Or necessary. We can't let this continue. It's for Daniel's own good.
It might be harsh, but your mother has a point. The sooner this chapter closes, the better for everyone. It's better we act swiftly than let this scandal grow any bigger.
What are you all talking about? Sending Amara away? Replacing her? Have you lost your minds?
Don't you dare raise your voice at me, Daniel. I'm trying to save you. That woman has done enough damage. It's time to move on.
Move on? She is my wife. And she has been through enough without you all turning your backs on her. This family is supposed to support us, not tear us apart.
Daniel, this isn't just about you. This is about the family's reputation. We have to think about what's best for everyone.
Amara is my family. If you can't accept that, then maybe we don't need your approval.
Home.
Daniel. You're back. How did it go? What did they say? Did they mention me? What's going to happen?
It's late, Amara. Let's not do this now.
Not now. Daniel, I've been here worrying for hours. You just walked in, and you want me to wait? What happened at the meeting?
Nothing. It wasn't anything serious.
Nothing serious? Are you kidding me? Your uncle storms in here, calls this big meeting, and it's nothing serious? Daniel, I'm not a child. Tell me what's going on.
Amara, please. I said it's nothing serious. Let's not blow this out of proportion, okay?
Out of proportion? Do you even hear yourself? I've been sitting here all day wondering what's going on, and you just brush it off like it's nothing. What are you hiding, Daniel?
I'm not hiding anything. The meeting was fine. It's just family business, Amara. There's no need to drag you into it.
Drag me into it? I'm your wife, Daniel. How can you stand there and say it doesn't concern me? Whatever they're saying out there, it's about us, about me, isn't it?
Stop it, Amara. You're jumping to conclusions again.
How am I supposed to feel when you come home and act like this? You won't even look me in the eye.
Amara. It's really not as bad as you think. They're just talking, family things, you know how they are. Please, can we not do this tonight? I'm exhausted.
Exhausted from what? From defending me? Or from agreeing with them?
I don't agree with them, Amara. And I don't need you questioning my loyalty right now. You have no idea how much I've been trying to protect you from all of this.
Protect me? From what, Daniel? What are they saying?
It's nothing, Amara. Just family gossip. You know how they are. Please, let's not let this come between us.
How am I supposed to trust you when you keep shutting me out like this?
Amara. Have you cooked anything? I'm starving.
What? You're hungry?
Yeah. Can't we just eat and talk about something else? I'd been out all evening, and I haven't had a thing to eat.
There's some rice on the stove. I wasn't sure when you'd be back, so I kept it warm.
Perfect. See? That's what I need right now, my wife's cooking.
I'm telling you, I saw them at the police station last week. Can you imagine? A whole Daniel and Amara. What kind of respectable couple gets tangled up in something like this?
Ah, Mrs. Okoye, you and your stories. Are you sure it was them? Maybe you're just looking for drama.
Drama? Me? I have eyes, Mr. Adebayo? And my cousin works in that station. Oh. She told me everything. They were questioned about a baby they apparently bought. Bought? Eh? You mean like trafficking? Well, I don't know if it's trafficking, but they said the doctor who arranged everything was a fake. Can you imagine the shame? And to think I used to admire Amara for her elegance. HMPH. Well, if you ask me, I always knew there was something fishy about her. She's too perfect. Women like that always have skeletons in their cupboards.
Kishi, please. Everyone has skeletons. What surprises me is Daniel. He's always been so proud, acting like he's above everyone else. Look at him now, dragged down by scandal.
But wait, what happens to the baby now? Did they take the child away from them? Of course. The police ordered them to return the baby to its real parents. That's why Daniel's uncle called that family meeting. They want to clean up the mess before it gets worse. And you know what's funny? People in this neighborhood are already saying Amara was never really pregnant. Can you imagine? Some say she wore one of those fake pregnancy bellies. Fake belly? God forbid. What kind of desperation is this?
Come on now, let's not jump to conclusions. These are people's lives we're talking about. What if there's another explanation?
Explanation for what? A man doesn't call a family meeting unless something big has happened. And didn't you see Amara earlier today? She was walking so fast, like someone running from shame. I saw her too. She looked tired. Like someone carrying the weight of the world on her shoulders.
Maybe it's guilt. If she did something wrong, it's only fair she pays the price.
True. But one thing's for sure, this scandal isn't going anywhere anytime soon. People will talk about this for years.
That's none of my business. I need to go and cook for my family.
Saint, yet you have been here for the past 1 hour talking about the business.
I'm so tired. Did Daniel come home early today? Mama. I wasn't expecting you. Is everything all right?
Pack your things and leave this house immediately.
Leave. Mama, what's going on? Did something happen?
I've had enough of you, Amara. My son doesn't need a disgraceful wife who brings nothing but shame to this family.
I don't understand. What have I done to deserve this? Mama, please, talk to me.
You lied, Amara. You deceived us all with your tricks and fake doctor nonsense. Now the whole community knows what you've done. Do you know how embarrassed we are? You've ruined my son's reputation. You need to leave.
Mama, it wasn't like that. We didn't mean for things to turn out this way. Please, give me a chance to explain.
No explanations. My son deserves better. I've already made arrangements for someone else who will give him the happiness you couldn't. Now, pack your things and get out before Daniel comes home. What am I even saying? I forgot when you came here, you came with nothing. My son bought you everything. You need to leave now.
Mama, please. You don't have the right to make this decision without Daniel. This is our home.
Your home? Don't make me laugh. This is my son's house, and you don't belong here anymore. If you don't leave, I'll call the neighbors to drag you out myself.
Okay, Mama, at least let me put on something decent. I cannot be walking around like this. Besides, I don't have anywhere else to go.
I don't care, Amara. I don't care what you do with your life. But I will not let you ruin my only son's life. You need to leave now.
Mama, I love Daniel. I love him very much. Please don't do this to us.
Wonder shall never end.
If you truly love my son, you will leave now and never show your miserable self in his life again.
Amara. I'm home. Smells like dinner's going to be amazing tonight.
She's not here, Daniel.
Mom? What are you doing here? Where's Amara?
She's gone, Daniel.
Gone? What do you mean gone? Gone where?
I told her to leave. She didn't belong here.
You what? Mom, what are you talking about? Why would you do something like that?
Because she's not good for you. After everything that's happened, it's clear she's brought you nothing but shame.
You told my wife to leave my house. Are you out of your mind?
I did what had to be done, Daniel. She's dragged our family name through the mud. That woman had no place in your life anymore.
You had no right. This is my marriage. My house. Where is she? What did you say to her?
I told her the truth. That she wasn't welcome here anymore. As she left, like the disgrace she is.
Do you even hear yourself right now? You threw my wife out of her own home? Are you serious?
Daniel.
And who the hell is this?
This is Lisa. A proper woman who can give you the future you deserve. Someone who can restore your dignity.
You brought someone into my house to replace my wife? You're unbelievable.
I'm doing this for you, Daniel. One day, you'll thank me.
You have gone too far this time, Mom. I'm going to find Amara. And when I do, you'll regret what you have done.
Maybe I should.
No. Stay. He'll see reason eventually.
Amara, where are you?
For what? Amara, you mean to tell me that woman walked into your house and sent you packing? Just like that? Huh? For what reason? Who does she think she is?
She said I'm not good enough for Daniel. That I've brought shame to their family.
Shame? Which shame? A beg, don't let me lose my temper here. Is it not the same Daniel that stood by you through thick and thin? The same Daniel that loves you like his own life? And this is how they repay you?
I don't know, Sharon. Maybe she's right. Maybe I failed him.
Failed who? Will you stop that nonsense talk right now? Failed who, Amara? You, a woman who has been doing everything to keep her marriage afloat? Is it you that carried shame on her head? Or the mother-in-law that cannot mind her own business? So, because you guys made a mistake and fell victim to a scam this woman now thinks she has the right to scatter your marriage? And where was Daniel when all this drama was happening?
He wasn't home. She waited until he wasn't there before she came with another woman and told me to leave.
Wait, she even brought another woman into your house? Amara, are you hearing yourself? Are you hearing what you're saying? My chest is paining me. This one past ordinary madness.
I didn't know what to do, Sharon. She was so angry. She said I was a disgrace and that I didn't deserve to be with her son. I didn't even have the strength to fight her.
Strength to fight her? Amara, you're too soft. If it were me, I would have given her something to remember. She would have left your house regretting every word. How can you allow this nonsense? You deserve better than this.
I was scared, Sharon. I didn't want to make things worse. And now I don't even know where to go or what to do.
Amara, listen to me. That woman is not God. She's not the one who joined you and Daniel together. She has no right to separate you two. You need to remember your worth.
But what if Daniel doesn't want me back? What if he agrees with her?
That's not going to happen. Daniel is not a child. He knows who he married, and he loves you. If he doesn't fight for you, then I will fight for you myself. But you, Amara, you're not going to sit here and cry like a baby. Wipe your tears. If Daniel's mother wants a fight, we'll give her one. No woman deserves this kind of humiliation, especially not you.
Thank you, Sharon. I don't know what I'd do without you.
You should thank God, not me. Now, go and rest. I'll make something for you to eat, and tomorrow, we'll figure out what to do next. This battle is far from over.
You've made a brave decision, Linda. I know this isn't easy.
It's not. It's not that I don't love him. I do. But I can't. I can't give him the life he deserves. I'm not ready for this.
You're not alone in feeling that way. Many young mothers come to us when they realize they can't do it on their own. What matters is that you're thinking about what's best for him.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
When you're ready, Linda.
Will you be okay? Will someone love him?
We'll find him a loving family, I promise. He'll be taken care of, Linda. You've done the right thing. Take your time. And if you ever need support or just someone to talk to, you know where to find us.
Amara.
Mrs. Harrison, it's been so long.
Too long, my dear. You look like you've been carrying the weight of the world.
I didn't know who else to turn to.
You're here now. That's all that matters. Tell me, Amara, what's troubling you?
It's everything, my life, my marriage, it's all falling apart.
Start from the beginning, child. I'm here to listen.
Do you remember Grace? My friend from years ago.
Yes, I remember her.
She introduced me to a doctor. Dr. Seed, she called him. She said he was a miracle worker, that he helped her have her 3 children. I was desperate, Mrs. Harrison. I thought maybe this was my answer after 10 years of trying and failing. I went to see him. He promised me everything, a baby, a miracle. All I had to do was follow his process and take some medicine. It sounded so convincing. I told Daniel about it, and after a lot of persuasion, he agreed. We paid for it all. But it was all a scam. The doctor was stealing babies from women and giving them to his clients. I didn't know. I swear I didn't know.
Lord have mercy. Oh, Amara.
The police came to our house. They arrested me. Daniel stood by me, but his mother.
What happened? What did she do?
She came when Daniel wasn't home. She said I'd disgraced the family. She threw me out, Mrs. Harrison. She said I didn't belong there anymore. I haven't heard from Daniel since. I don't have a phone, and I don't even know if he still loves me, if he wants me back.
Amara, listen to me. You made a mistake, yes, but you were deceived. That doesn't make you a failure. It makes you human. And as for Daniel, I don't believe he's given up on you. He stood by you once. He will again.
I don't know. His mother. She's so strong-willed. What if she's convinced him that I'm not worth it? I'm just so tired of this life.
Amara, life has a way of molding us, shaping us into the people God created us to be. This shaping doesn't happen in ease and comfort, it happens on the mountain. Have you ever noticed in the scriptures how often God calls his people to meet him on the mountain?
No.
He called Moses to Mount Sinai, where Moses climbed, step by agonizing step, until he stood in the presence of God and received his commandments. The climb wasn't easy, but it was necessary. You see, the mountain represents our journey with God, our purpose. Every believer has their own mountain to climb. Your mountain may be childlessness, pain, rejection, or a broken relationship, but it is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to draw you closer to God. Each step up the mountain is an opportunity for God to mold you, to refine your faith, and to prepare you for his glory. The climb is hard. It requires persistence. The path may be steep, and the weight of your burdens may feel too heavy to bear. But the pain you feel as you climb, Amara, is not wasted. It is the very tool God uses to shape you into his likeness. The more you endure, the closer you get to him. The closer you get to him, the more you discover who you truly are and the purpose for which you were created. Remember what David said in Psalm 18:33, He makes my feet like the feet of a deer. He causes me to stand on the heights. God has given you spiritual strength to navigate this difficult terrain. Just as a deer is designed to climb steep cliffs with ease, you have been equipped to persevere and ascend to the high places where God's glory awaits. The Apostle Paul understood this journey. He said in Philippians 3:14, I press on toward the goal for the prize of the upward call of God in Christ Jesus. This upward call is not just about reaching heaven, it's about fulfilling the purpose God has for you here and now. But to answer this call, Amara, you must leave the comforts of the lowlands. The lowlands are where we settle when we're too afraid to surrender. It's easy to stay there, blaming God, holding on to pain, or refusing to climb. But the lowlands are not where God's presence is strongest. They are not where miracles happen. To meet him, you must climb. Amara, don't give up because the path is hard. Remember Moses.
Remember David. Remember the countless others who were called to climb, and how their obedience led to encounters with God that transformed their lives.
The pain you feel now is temporary. The challenges are molding you into the woman God created you to be. So, press on, my dear. Take up your cross and climb. Every step you take is one step closer to your victory, one step closer to seeing God's promises fulfilled in your life. When you feel weak, remember what David said in Psalm 121, 1-2, I lift up my eyes to the mountains, where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Lift your eyes. Amara, your help is there. Your God is waiting for you at the mountain top. And when you get there, you will see that every tear, every struggle, every moment of pain was worth it.
Amara. I know you're hurt. I know I failed you. And for that, I'm sorry. My mother. I know she's wrong. She was afraid. But I should have stood by you. I should have been there for you more. Can you forgive me?
I don't even know what to say. These past few days, I've been lost. I didn't know where to go, or who to turn to. But in the silence, I found something. I found my faith. I found myself.
What do you mean?
I mean, I've learned a lot about myself, Daniel. About us. About God's timing. And I realized I've been waiting for a miracle, but maybe I'm supposed to be fighting for it. Fighting for us. Fighting for what we started. I'm ready to do whatever it takes to make this work.
You're right. We have both been waiting, but we can't just sit here. We have to trust the Lord. And I trust you, Amara. I trust that we can get through this, together.
I want to fight for us, Daniel. I want to believe in us again. I want to fight for our marriage, for our future. But I need to know that you'll be there, no matter what. I need to know you're not going to walk away again.
I won't walk away. I promise, Amara. I will be here, with you, no matter what. We'll face everything together. You're not alone in this.
I've never been so scared in my life. But I trust you, Daniel. I trust that we can overcome this. I'm ready to move forward, to fight for our future. And I'm trusting God for the miracle we've been waiting for.
We are in this together, Amara. Always. I love you.
I love you too. Daniel, I've been thinking about everything. About us, about the future. I want to move forward. I want to give a child a chance, to give us a chance to heal and grow. I think we should adopt.
Adopt? Amara, are you sure about this? After everything, are we ready for this? You know, there are so many things we need to figure out.
I know. But I feel like this is the right step. Maybe it won't solve everything, but it'll bring something beautiful into our lives. A child who needs us, and we need them. I want to do this, Daniel. I'm ready.
If you're sure, then I'm with you, Amara. Let's do this. Let's give that child a chance at the love we have.
Welcome. We're so glad you're here today. We've got some wonderful children who are waiting for a family. Please, take your time to meet them.
Are you feeling okay? We don't have to do this if you're not ready.
I'm ready. I know we've been through a lot, but this feels right. I want us to move forward, together.
This is Clara. She's been with us for a while now. She's a little shy, but she's a sweetheart.
She's beautiful. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like I've known her forever.
Me too. There's something about her. It just feels right.
You know, it's not always easy to bond with a child at first, but I can see you both have such a deep connection. It's rare to see that kind of instant bond.
I've always wanted to be a mother. To love a child, to care for them. And now, I know it's her. This is the one we're meant to bring home.
Then we'll do it, Amara. We'll make this work, no matter what. We'll give her all the love she deserves.
You're going to be so loved, little one. We promise.
Let's get the paperwork started, then. Clara will be in good hands with you.
She's perfect, Daniel. I can't believe she's really here with us.
I know. It feels right, doesn't it?
I like this big tree, Mummy.
Come here, sweet.
I can't believe you're bringing some random child into this home. This is insane, Daniel. You don't know anything about her. What kind of mother would just accept this?
No, Mom. You're wrong. This is our decision. We're doing this because it's what's best for our family. Amara and I have been through so much, and now, we're starting fresh. This is our daughter now. And if you can't accept that, then I don't need you here. No. Not this time, Mom. You will not come into our home and disrespect my wife and my child. You have hurt us enough already. If you want a relationship with us, you'll have to accept the choices we have made. This is the family I'm protecting now.
Daniel.
Mom, enough. This is our home. If you can't respect that, then I'm afraid we have nothing more to discuss.
Daniel.
Clara, honey. Please, go to your room.
Yes, Mommy.
Daniel, please. Let's not do this. She is your mother.
If she truly loves me as my mother, she should accept my decisions.
Mom, please come inside.
Greg, I hope you have answers for me. The press has been relentless about this case. What have you got?
We've got closure, sir. Jeremy, the man who introduced Dr. Sid to the miracle baby scam, was killed by men connected to his shady business dealings. It seems he was in deeper than we initially thought, owing money to dangerous people. When he couldn't pay up, they dealt with him the only way they know how.
I suspected as much. What about Dr. Sid? Is he still denying everything?
No, sir. After we connected the dots and confronted him with evidence, he broke down. he admitted to deceiving desperate women and young girls. He exploited their vulnerabilities, offering false hope by claiming to provide miracle pregnancies. His methods were cruel, impregnating women under false pretenses, faking medical procedures, and charging exorbitant fees for the miracle service.
Disgusting. And the court?
Dr. Sid has been convicted. He'll stand trial soon, and with the evidence we've gathered, there's no way he's walking free. We've got testimonies from victims, financial records of his scam, and even correspondence between him and Jeremy outlining their operations. The court isn't going to take this lightly.
Good work, Greg. This case has been a thorn in our side for months. The victims deserve justice, and the public needs to know that people like Dr. Sid can't operate unchecked. What about the victims? How are they holding up?
Some are still struggling, sir. The emotional and psychological damage is significant, but support systems are in place. Counseling sessions have been arranged, and there's a lot of public sympathy for them. They're glad to see justice being served. We caught one of them trying to flee the country. She could bear the fact that none of the kids are hers. She introduced most of her friends, after successfully having 3 kids from the process. Her name is Grace.
I see. She must be in a broken state. Let's make sure we follow through, Greg. The conviction is just the start. I want every loophole closed, every accomplice found, and every victim supported. This department owes it to them.
Understood, sir. We won't let them down.
Excellent work. Take the rest of the day off. You've earned it.
Sir?
Daniel, Amara. Please, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you both. I was just trying to prevent the worst from happening. You see, before I convinced Daniel, I had to wait for 19 years. And went through the shame and humiliation. And after 19 years, the Lord answered my prayers and I convinced. Daniel, that was my fear. You are my only son. And I didn't want you to go through that. Please. My children. I'm sorry about everything.
Mummy, it is okay. Please don't be too hard on yourself. I believe the Lord has blessed us with Claire and would perfect His miracles in our lives.
Amara, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just that I have been feeling dizzy and nausea lately.
You are pregnant.
What?
When last did you see your period?
Not again, Mummy.
I think it's 2 months ago.
Honey. You are pregnant.
Mom. I will just go to the clinic tomorrow.
Yes, Mum. I agree with Amara. Let us go to the clinic tomorrow.
Doctor, what is the result?
Congratulations. Amara, you are 2 months pregnant.
Oh, Father.
What did the test say, honey?
I'm pregnant. We now have a plus to our family.
Mommy, Daddy. Am I having a brother?
Oh, honey. Yes, you will be a big sister soon.
Yes!
She looks so cute. She must be so happy to have a little sibling.
I love you both, Amara.
We love you too.